And another area that was hotly, Danny, contested was the free throw battle, right? The Spurs, they took 16 more in the second half, but the Knicks, they were in the penalty in the final 9 minutes and 18 seconds of the game. So Coach Mike Brown, he was not very happy about the discrepancy of the foul shots after the game. Here's what he said.
Let's start with the numbers that had Coach Mike Brown absolutely furious after the game. The Spurs took 16 more free throws than the Knicks in the second half. The Knicks were in the penalty for the final 9 minutes and 18 seconds, and still got outshot at the line. Here's what Mike Brown said after the game. Mike Brown, to go 24 free throw attempts in a second half. That's 48 for the game. If you think about how they called that second half compared to 8, or the shots we took, we got fouled roughly 4 times for 8 free throw attempts. I don't complain much. I never thought I'd see that in an NBA Finals game. That ain't cost us the game. We turned the ball over, didn't execute, didn't do what got us 13 straight wins. That's how you lose a game. NBA Senior Vice President and Head of Referee Development, Monty McCutchen, came on NBA Today to respond directly. And he said something that stopped everyone cold. Monty, fair and equitable are not the same thing. Equitable would mean the exact same amount of free throws, which is what's being referenced here. But fair is calling similar plays similarly. If the same types of plays are taking place, they should be called the same. That may or may not result in the same amount of free throws based on playing styles. Equity is not the same as fairness. That's the statement of the night. Now let's talk about the play everyone is talking about. First quarter, Victor Wembanyama shoves Jalen Brunson in the back, and no foul is called. Monty addressed it directly. Monty, think we can all agree that a foul was missed on that play. We had 2 referees on ball and nobody saw the screening action. When we break down in our fundamentals, even in the smallest amounts, we have the opportunity to miss a clear foul, as we missed here. But here's why this matters even more. Wemby already has 2 flagrant foul points. One more upgrade and he gets suspended for a game in the NBA Finals. Monty was careful with his words. Monty, hit and push are 2 different things. And language is really important here. There is a clear and conclusive standard needed to upgrade a call. We defer to the on-court officials. They're the ones feeling the moments. If there's a clear miss, there's a possibility for an upgrade, but it is not the same as re-refereeing the game. The entire game is under review. A decision is expected by end of business day. These finals have been physical, hand-checking, grabbing, locked-up battles, especially between Wemby and Karl Anthony Towns in the fourth quarter. The question was asked, do referees come in with a plan to allow more physicality? Monty, any good referee coming into the best time of the year is aware of what is possible, but they have to let the action dictate their decisions. We want aggressive play, not rough play. Aggressive play puts basketball right on the edge of what makes it the most beautiful sport. Physical, fast, skilled. As referees, we want to create an environment where those attributes can be seen at their best. And then came the moment of the interview everyone laughed at. When physicality was mentioned, Monty turned to Kendrick Perkins and said, Monty, I most certainly had thoughts about how I was going to referee Kendrick Perkins. Perkins, why are you bringing up old stuff in the finals? Now the most bizarre play of Game 3, fourth quarter. Jalen Brunson throws the ball off Devin Vassell. Ruling is out of bounds, Knicks ball. Coach signals Dylan Harper to sub in, giving them extra time to potentially challenge. But Harper just runs onto the court, and the ball is inbounded. 6 men on the court. What should have happened? Monty, anytime there is confusion, a referee's job is to run the game with authority. Not overly authoritative, but not allowing confusion to breed either, which is exactly what happened here. I would have loved for it to have been more authoritative. We contributed to the confusion by not being clear about whether we were letting someone in or not. Should it have been a technical foul, Monty? If a team sends in 6 players, that is their responsibility, and there is a penalty for that. But because we had such a major role in contributing to the confusion, it was very difficult to penalize one team over the other. It was best handled the way it was. One more important topic, coaches publicly criticizing officials. Mike Brown did it. Every coach does it. Is it an attempt to influence future calls? Monty, they are aware there's just too much going on. The training is what is supposed to overcome that. A well-trained official is able to separate outside noise from real feedback. We have standards throughout the year. What happens in October should happen in June. The intensity means it gets tighter and more physical, but our standards should remain consistent. So here's where things stand. The entire Game 3 is under review. A decision on Wemby's potential flagrant foul upgrade is coming, and if it gets upgraded, he is one flagrant foul point away from a suspension in the NBA Finals. The referees say they are calling it fair, not equal. The Spurs say the discrepancy was unacceptable, and the NBA world is watching every single call. Game 4 is coming. The stakes could not be higher. One wrong call, one more flagrant, and the whole series could change forever.